What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to GazetteSports.com and the Press Telegram. It's Julian.
And Mike. And this high school football video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your team's next event, something they've been doing in Long Beach for over 30 years.
Division 6 semifinals at Los Altos tonight as the top-seeded Concordiers hosted the Wilson Bruins. It's going to be a running back show for Wilson. If they're going to win, Jacoby Hardy's going to have a big day. And for Los Altos, their star running back in Tower Nevins, only 2,100 yards and 36 touchdowns on the season.
Obviously, the two best running backs in this division on the field in this semifinal game, so plenty to be excited about. And the Bruins were jumping up and down, fired up to be in their first semifinal since 1991. They've had a playoff run to die for here for the Bruins. But in the early going, they're going to get it to the playmakers, Samaje Parker, number 5.
Yeah, they worked on a couple of the wide receiver screens. You can see Frost here to Parker again. But besides that, it was scoreless in the first quarter. Wilson was driving here, and then a bad holding penalty brought them back. But Nevins, early in the second quarter, he'll run it in from a yard out. This was part of a 13-play, 86-yard, 6-minute drive. They go for 2 and they get it. And Los Altos takes an 8-0 lead.
Well, with a player like Nevins, obviously, you know it's going to be hard to keep him out of the end zone all night, but that's exactly how they wanted to start the game, sort of imposing themselves running the ball.
On 4th and 3, Frost with the DeJour Smith for a gain of 25, a huge play, and that will set up a 2-yard run to Jacoby Hardy.
I feel like this is the first touchdown run of less than 50 yards that we've had in a video from Jacoby Hardy. He's used to running a lot further than that, but still a huge play for the Bruins.
And there might be a big one later for Hardy.
We call that foreshadowing, yes.
Really good Wilson crowd on hand, as you said earlier, in their first semifinal appearance since 1991. Los Altos, big first down here, but look at this hit by Parker.
That's some wrestling stuff right there as he throws him down on the ground. Nice play from Parker.
As the temperature was decreasing, Tower Nevins was warming up, as you see, really bulldozing his way through Wilson defenders. And here's a 5-yard run, his second of the night. Los Altos takes a 15-8 lead late in the second quarter.
Bruins with certainly plenty of playmakers, but when you've got a guy like Nevins on the other side, it's hard to keep him out of the end zone and to find your footing. But that's exactly what they did. Frost is going to come out
and hit the tight end, and a few plays later, he'll run it in from a yard out. We're tied at 15 as we head into halftime. And not to say that they were stunned, but a really quiet Los Altos fan base as we head into halftime.
Well, they obviously are playing so well. Their guys got 2 touchdowns, but to not have any advantage going in and knowing that Wilson's got that big play home run ability, you got to feel a little bit nervous, I think, if you're wearing blue.
Wilson struggled on their first possession of the third quarter, and it looks like they're going to get the ball back, but a big pass by Cody Omis to one of his tight ends will set up a big first down. And a few plays later, Omis will hit Art Vargas on the right side for a touchdown. They take a 21-15 lead as they go for 2 and don't get it.
Weird extra point and 2-point conversion stuff in this game, but we do get back to a normal score with 21. However, for the Bruins, I think you know exactly what's coming. It's that grand slam home run hitter, Jacoby Hardy, with the sprint down the right sideline for 73 yards. And as we mentioned, some of the weirdness on the point after tries, they would not get the point after, so we are tied once again at 21.
Running so fast, the scoreboard went out. Wilson defense will step up big on the next drive as they only hold Los Altos to a field goal, as the Conquistadors will take a 24-21 lead. And on the first play of the next possession, that man again, Hardy, 80 yards up the middle.
So his last 2 carries are 2 carries for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns if you need them in a CIF semifinal.
Yeah, finished with over 198 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just a big night for the running back. As look how happy he is. That's the kind of night is the extra point. As that one's good. He put the hands up. Wilson will take the lead. Los Altos will drive, but on a 4th down, they're unable to get it. So Wilson, it looks like, are they going to maybe close this out and stun the top seed on the road?
Well, their fans certainly hope that that's going to be the case. It'll make it a little bit more worth it to brave the cold if that's what they get to see.
But not so fast, my friend. Frost stuffed on 4th and 1 on Los Altos' 42-yard line. So the Conquistadors will take the ball over with a little less than 2 minutes left, and they'll drive. But now it gets interesting. A 3rd down play with about under 20 seconds left will be stopped for a loss, so the clock keeps tick, 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 tick. but all of a sudden the refs stop it. Now, Los Altos has no timeouts, and I guess there was an apparent injured player, so he'll get to run off, and there was no time taken off. Olmos will find King. Final play of the game, 4th down, touchdown, heartbreak city for Wilson.
I mean, you just can't imagine a more painful way to lose. Certainly sort of weird that the stoppage was allowed there, and then touchdown on 4th down with no time left on the clock. You see sort of the walk-off home run type celebration for the home team, and a tough break for the Wilson Bruins, but obviously still a great season under second-year head coach Mark Ziegenhagen, who brought that team to the semifinals for the first time since 1991, really capitalizing on a move in Division II, Division VI, and showing that their athletes are as good as anyone else in that bracket. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including Papalucci's, a great place to eat down on 2nd Street. Football season over for the Bruins, but we do still have a few Long Beach teams left in the playoffs who will be going for a championship next weekend. For coverage of all those games and everything else Long Beach sports, you got to keep it right here.